Send me to Mars with like a can of Raid, and I'm ending that conflict fast.
Brother.
Bro, I'll send them my abuelita with some chanclas and it's over, bro.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to That Time We Hosted a Podcast, also known as the That Time Podcast, the only show reborn into this world to read some manga we've never read before. I'm one of your big three hosts, Marcelo, along with my co-host, ETE voter, Ian.
Oh, hi.
And Dragon Meat Gourmand, Zach.
It's time to cook.
I like that you call him Zoc.
Zach, right?
Zoc,
It felt a little bit
Zoc,
zesty.
Yeah, it's exotic.
Zesty, yeah.
How are we feeling, boys?
We're out here.
Right now I'm feeling like eating some dragon meat.
Honestly,
that sounded weird, right? Yeah, that sounded kind of sus.
It'll all make sense. It'll all make sense.
For sure. What have you, other than reading manga we've never read before, which we will get into, have we experienced any new anime, other manga not included in the premise of the show?
Yes.
Okay, elaborate. Talk to me.
Yeah, and that's all we talk about. I watched the first two episodes because they put two episodes at this week of the new series Witch Hat Atelier, and it's like a cool witchcraft fantasy series. Beautiful animation, great voice acting, really cool magic system. That's all I'll say because I don't want to spoil it. It's really good.
I need you to spoil one thing for me. Is the magic system like elemental or like theme based?
Both.
Okay.
Nice.
So
it's like Mashal without Mashal.
It is
without Hogwarts.
Well, it's funny. It is based around a magic school.
Oh, so it's Mashal, but with Mashal.
But it's like its own. I don't know. You'll just watch it. They'll explain it, and it's really interesting.
Let me guess. The main story guy has an unlikely power.
Actually, no. The cool thing I will say about the magic system is like anyone can do it. It's just about understanding how to do it, and then like, I guess, practice.
Okay. That sounds like some heat. I'll definitely have to watch. Is it slop or is it like good?
No. This is not slop.
I might not watch it then.
It's not an isekai, man.
Damn.
Speaking of isekai,
you,
I didn't read this, but I saw something funny for people who like to play sport video games. There's a new isekai called I Reincarnated into PES, which is a soccer game.
Oh, nice.
It looked really funny. So,
is that like FIFA?
Yeah, basically, it's like it used to be FIFA's like counter like enemy or whatever, if you want to call it that. But
arch rival.
I don't think they make those games anymore. I'm not sure. I don't really play them.
Wait, is this the game you were sharing? Your guilty pleasure?
No, that was the Seven Deadly Files game.
No, bro.
Okay.
Billy Bleep.
Bleep the word file, please.
What,
anyway,
7?
The 7 Deadly Files. I was playing the new free game that came on PS5, and it's basically like, it's kind of like Genshin Impact.
Wait, you played it on PS5? You played it in 4K?
Yeah, in 4K.
That's crazy.
So, you can pick, your own file, and you can just play with them. It's like Genshin Impact, but with like files, basically.
You owe Billy an extra 5 for all the extra work.
I'm sure this bit is gonna be funny. So
it will. It better be.
But yeah, I'm not spending a single dollar on that, bro. Like they got me the first time with Genshin Impact, so.
Yeah, we're not
Jared.
We're not. Yeah, but I will say I did pay a whopping $7 because today Pokemon Champions came out, and $7 whole gets you a starter
American?
bundle, so you can American dollars, and you can recruit a bunch of Pokemon for doing that. So
honestly, I might join you, Zach, because I could play that on the living room when I'm with my wife. She doesn't even have to know.
Hell yeah.
That's true.
Don't listen to this, Katie. It's a joke. It's all for a bit.
That's how we get them.
And what was the other show? Daemons of the Shadow
No,
Realm.
if you say Damons,
just
I
sounds
just
like
think
a guy.
about Matt Damon.
Yeah, Matt
exactly.
Damons of the Shadow Realm.
Yeah,
Let's just say
it's
Demons
also
of the Shadow
it's
Realm.
also the guy from Shark Tank.
Oh right, Mark Cuban.
No, I'm pretty sure there's a Damon in Shark Tank, but I'll put him in
probably.
the clip too.
That one's cool. Hey, it's Hiromu Arakawa. We love Hiromu Arakawa of Full Metal Alchemist fame. And
There's something you said
you-
when you watched the episode that I was like, do you know what, dude? Yes. And it's that I kind of miss her style of her aesthetic and all that shit.
Oh yeah.
So when I saw it, I was like,
man.
oh man, this brings me back.
I saw the way those faces were shaped, and I was like, this is nostalgic.
Did you
Yep.
guys all read the source before the show, or like
No.
you're just enjoying it as a show?
I went in blind, and I'm glad I
only-
did because it's like batshit
Yes.
insane.
Yeah, no, the least you know, in the going into the first episode, the better, because it gives you some like, high grade whiplash in a good way.
Okay.
Kind of like all the manga we read this week.
Yeah, which we should get into because me personally, I just binged a couple of things. We'll talk about it, and then just kept up with the usual suspects. Sunday, Thursday drops, But yeah, boys. So this last week we challenged
Wait.
each other. Not challenged.
Wait,
What?
time out. I think
Oh,
you're forgetting something.
I am forgetting something. My bad. I was excited, bro. I was excited to talk about people, big people, little people, all people in between. But yes, as per usual, we will be playing the Guess the Character game. I am
Oh, nice.
the knower. I am the knower this time. So you guys can go ahead and start whenever you feel like it.
Is it a boy or a girl?
It is a boy.
Is he like a child or an adult?
He's an adult. It's not Donovan. I'll save you the
It's
suspense.
not Donovan. Okay, it's not Donovan.
But is it a child or an adult?
It's an adult.
Okay. Is this like real, like our world, or like a fantasy world?
A fantasy world? Yeah.
Oh, okay. That could be anyone.
Yeah, that could be
It's any
anyone.
guy.
Is it Barack Obama?
Is it Barack?
No, it is not Barack Obama from Famous Baki.
Okay, it's not from.
Okay. How about do they are they like a fighter?
Yes.
Okay.
Are they from the Full Metal Alchemist world?
It isn't. I thought about it before we started filming,
Okay.
recording. So
Okay. Do they use like a iconic weapon?
no,
Okay. They're just straight hands.
of sorts.
Does this
Okay.
character want to be a Kamen Rider?
No, he doesn't.
Okay.
Okay, I'm taking a stab in the dark here. Does this character know the composition of bungee gum?
No, unfortunately not.
Dang it.
You guys suck at this.
Okay,
Is it an ongoing series?
No.
Okay,
Well,
no,
he's,
it already
he's not
ended.
he's not in the whatever's going on now. So no,
Oh, okay.
technically.
So,
Technically.
so he's dead.
Is-
yeah. Actually, yeah,
Do-
very.
do they have special powers?
They do.
Okay. Another stab in the dark here.
I just
Do
want to
they have-
reiterate, he is very dead.
Okay. Do they have frog-based powers?
They do.
Okay. Let's see. 5 more questions. Are they a published author?
Of the goated kind.
Okay.
Let's just say he was ahead of his time.
White hair.
You can say it. You can say his name. The goat.
Well, I'm only on 3. Is that 3 questions?
Come on, man. It's
is he
Uriah.
old?
It's Uriah.
God damn
It
it!
is.
Yeah, woo!
You could have been like, is he a pervert? Things like that.
I was
things of
getting
that nature.
there.
Themes
I
and
was trying
such.
to do one more and then be like, is he a raging perv?
He is. My goat. My goat. My Actually, LeBron is LeBron, so.
LeBron James.
He's your James Braun.
But yeah, I figure I was like, how can we keep the pervert thread going, but in a more wholesome actual mentorial way, you know?
Every
that was well
episode
thought.
now, it's just become another perverted character.
Honestly, we could cook. We could cook.
Noted.
Yeah.
And speaking of cooking,
Wait, did we explain the listeners what we did?
no, and let's not, and they just have to figure it out.
Okay.
We already told them, bro.
Did we?
We read some shit we never read before. That was the
Oh,
intro.
right. Of
Oh,
course.
yeah, right. Sorry, I forget things like as soon as they happen.
That's all right. Word puzzles help with onset at Alzheimer's.
We have a friend called Jared that he's like that.
So, okay, we all read, each recommended each other the first volume of a manga to read to broaden our horizons. And so for my part, I had you guys read the first volume of Drifting Dragons by Taku Kuwabara.
Should we just
Hell yeah.
say what we each recommended, and then we'll get into each other's stuff?
No, I like the mystery. That keeps
yeah,
the
I
listeners
kinda like the mystery
going.
too.
Retention. I love your ideas.
Exactly. So yeah, Drifting Dragons by Taku Kuwabara, a fantasy adventure story about the intrepid crew of the Quinzaza who sail the skies, hunt dragons, and sell the parts and make a bunch of dragon food with the dragon meat.
Sorry, when you said Queen Zaza, all I could think was of like the smoking Zaza.
Yes, well,
Actually,
Yeah, I don't know.
actually,
Which the main character kind of acts like he smokes Zaza, so it makes sense.
yeah.
there you go.
But
There you
also, the first time I read Quinn Zaza, I thought they were talking about like a female rapper.
go. Yeah. The newest hit single by Quinn Zaza.
But no, we decide it was a good time. I was initially like, and I know, and then I'll explain it now. When I was like, Zach, you're just a hungry guy. It's because I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, this is like dragon hunting dungeon meshy of sorts.
It is exactly what it is. Dragon hunting, dungeon meshy, with a little bit of like Studio Ghibli thrown in.
Yeah, and it's just very even the format of it is very similar. Like every chapter has like its plate and like a thing that happens. You know, it doesn't deviate from the premise. That being said, I did enjoy it. It was a really good time. I was telling the few things we shared on the chat, I was like, I really enjoyed the fact that like they're non-traditional dragons. Like they're not like they're winged beasts, but that's about the overlap with other dragons, with traditional
yeah.
dragons.
Yeah,
I really like the design.
I wrote down that they look like Final Fantasy bosses.
Yes.
Bro, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, they don't really look like dragons, except for like maybe
Yeah.
one that I saw or something. But one of the first things I noticed, well, that I thought it was funny, I took notes and I wrote down basically dragging ships were Yakuza. Because
Yeah.
what do you
What?
mean, like, you can't stay in my town, but like, thank you for bringing us all these meat and all this oil. Like, I thought it was so unfair.
Yeah.
Well, so I'll get into like when I was reading it, that when I first started reading it, because I started a few months back, and like by now I'm like in volume like 4 or 5. But my biggest concern with the series when I was reading it, I was like, this is whaling. This is basically a story about a whaling crew.
Right.
And not to get into the that kind of subject matter, but Japan does have a history with whaling. But I will say, as I've read on beyond Volume 1, they have cleared it up a bit as to the history of dragons and humanity, so it's not as morally ambiguous.
Yeah, I was gonna say also whaling was bad also because of the, extinction themes and such. Whereas like we farm animals and, like wild caught hunting is not a wrong thing. So I get your reservations, but I feel like, again, and I don't know the whole history, but given the history, it might be more normal than it lets on at first, just because, again,
For sure.
like
For
farming animals is not an uncommon thing in our world either.
Right. Well, it's kind of like, and like I've seen people also equate the series. Ian, you can kind of jump in on this too, but it's kind of like Monster Hunter in that
Right.
they're using these specialty weapons and going after these giant creatures basically in their own habitat to sell parts and use parts and make use of their meats.
And we love meat.
But did the Japanese ever eat like whale meat? Is that a thing?
Man. I think they used the bones and they ate the meat. Yeah. Anyway,
And the blubber was good too, I think.
The blubber was good too. But that being said, I am not equating the series to whaling. I'm just saying when I first started reading it, my brain kind of went there.
Do you think they'll animate the washing machine scene?
Now you get it, right, Ian? When I was like, there's some tension here.
There is some tension. There was definitely some tension on that manga, and I was like, hey, are they gonna fuck now or something?
So I will say this.
But no, it didn't happen.
As far as I have read, nothing has happened. But I think
Spoilers.
anyone agrees that
Well, I didn't think it was that type of show anyway.
Mika and Vanabelle.
I'm not really surprised.
Mika and Vanabelle need to do a little bit of hunting of their own. Of the adult variety, but this actually does have an anime adaptation.
It does.
Yes, it got I believe a 12 episode anime on Netflix. You can watch it anytime. And
oh shit, I had
yeah,
no
and
idea.
it was it's cool. It's done with like cell shaded 3D animation.
Okay, does it look janky though?
At times a few things here and there, but overall, I think they did a really good job. It's kind of like you're watching, like, it kind of looks like, I don't want to say Breath of the Wild, but it's kind of like that. If that makes sense.
I was gonna say Trigun Stampede.
It's not as polished as Trigun Stampede. It came out in 2020, and I watched the first episode, and I think it does a pretty good job. They do a good job with, like, they keep the faces, I think, hand animated, and all the things that are supposed to move properly, like hair and stuff, do. So, compared to other stuff that I've seen, like really terrible 3D animation, like, what was that one? X-Arm? It's not that.
2016 Berserk?
26, yeah, it's much better than 2016 Berserk.
Wait, have you guys seen King and Ashura?
No,
I
but
think
I've seen clips of it. I've seen clips of it.
Okay, I was gonna ask you what your feelings were on the animation, because I feel like it's in that realm a little bit of like surrealist 3D. But back to dragon hunting.
But yeah, so and I don't know. For me, I think what really drew me to this manga in the first place was what kind of tipped me off to start reading it was I saw people posting online about the art, and I was like, oh wow, this art's really cool.
Yeah.
Well, and I'll kind of bring it up later when we talk about one of the other manga that we read in comparison. Not necessarily saying one is better than the other, but in the differences in style. But I just really liked how really handcrafted the art of this was. And I've always really liked the stories of like a crew, like a group of really close-knit people who like all know each other really well, and it is not really like an overarching like villain. It's just kind of a workplace story that happens to be about hunting dragons.
Yeah, it was a good time. I will also say, is it, because I haven't gone far enough, is it like a main, like an MC situation where like he's always the main guy? Or does it get more like rounded?
They definitely give a spotlight to other crew members. Like, they had the one chapter focusing on Jiro and like as like the spotter.
Like the Shining Dragon?
Yes, exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
And obviously Takeda is like the greenhorn. She's like the new one to the crew. Vanabelle, she gets a chapter that's kind of focuses on her a bit and her relationship to the crew, and
we love her though.
Yeah, she's great, and you do find out more about everyone's backstories as it goes on. I would say it's pretty well rounded.
Okay, but it's
And
like, I guess is because I feel like Mika was always the connecting thread. Is that the ongoing thing with the, or
yeah,
is
I
it?
mean, Mika is the hunter. He is the Draker
Okay,
of the
okay, yeah,
ship. So like,
I like him,
whenever it gets down to business, he is the one who's kind of leading the charge. He is literally hungry for dragons.
bro.
And
Spoiler
For
alert!
dragon
But
meat.
when
For
he
dragon
jumped
meat.
on the pirate ship, I was like, oh yeah,
oh
Yeah.
yeah,
we're
that part
cooking.
was great.
I was like,
I
Sun Jin who?
the
He
other
is
thing
like if Levi had the hunger that Luffy has.
that's a good way to put it. And then like again, not like the only other moment where I was like, "Ooh, I don't know how I feel about that," is when the one dragon attacks the Quinzaza, and they are it's like latched onto the ship, and uh he goes up to it. Mika goes up to it, and he's like, "Oh, it's the mother. She's mad that we ate her babies." And I was like, "Ooh, okay, we're just really." We're really leaning into that.
See, no, but I didn't feel any sort of way about that because I mean, maybe it's just like I grew up on too much Animal Planet, but like I feel like learning about the animal and hunting goes hand in hand. So like
For sure, for sure.
it's not like he's like I don't see it as a moral thing. Again, if they were to be like, by the way, dragons are going extinct, then I'd be like, ooh. But like,
Yeah, yeah.
up to this
And
place, they're so frequent. You see one every chapter at least, so it's like you have to imagine there's many of them.
yeah. And honestly,
Well, and you said that. Then you said that they kind of clarified that dragons are not like all these all goody creatures just minding their own business, right?
they definitely they go into more depth about the history and stuff. And I will say another thing, you know me, I love me some good world building, and this series has such good world building. Even like little things from like the cuisine of eating dragon meat to like when Takeda is chasing down the little dragon that gets into their ship, and the whole crew gets involved with catching it, and then in the end they decide to spatchcock it, and they're
Excuse me?
like, "What? You never had a spatchcock chicken?" I'm being sarcastic, but they cook the little dragon, and they're like, "Oh, this is great," and then you find out the dragon is like a pet that was worth like millions of dollars.
Yeah, that was funny though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
or
it was a good
billions,
time.
I should say. And then
It was a great time.
and then obviously, like you said, they got the pirates that attack them in the last chapter. When you go into volume 2, you start getting into stuff of like other cultures, like when they go to like port towns, when they have to like stop to refuel and get supplies, and they meet like clans that have like lived with dragons for hundreds of years, and so they under like histories of like how they have hunted dragons in the past, and the kind of like traditions that they carry. And you also see even other different draking crews and their practices, and like how they hunt dragons as a differently than the crew, the Quinzaza. And I just think it's super neat.
I'll definitely read more into it. It was a good time. It definitely was not as insane as me personally. The Irishman presented to me. So I was definitely a little bit more entranced, let's say, by
No, for sure, for sure. It is a lot, I think, a lot more of a normal story compared to maybe the other two we have, but I also really like the other two for how fucking crazy they were. But yeah, man, Drifting Dragons, I think it is pretty neat.
yeah, definitely y'all should check it out. Yeah, yeah.
I do
And
recommend
then
it.
we'll leave the one that we all actually like binge for the end. So I feel like we should get into the one I recommended, which was Terraformers, written by Kenichi Tachibana. Thank you.
Kenichi Tachibana, I think, was the illustrator, right?
And then Yu Sasuga was the story writer.
A so yeah, what's Terraformers about?
So Terraformars is about terraforming. Basically, they try to make another planet habitable, and the geniuses of Earth at the time thought that the best idea would be to send the animal known for its survival and evolution, it being the roach, along with like a couple of things to like warm up and make the planet habitable. And the story takes off. Chapter 1, we're landing back on the planet with the boys to see what's going on, and insanity ensues, and you get to find out that it's not the first voyage they've taken, and for reasons that maybe Ian and Zach will get into a little bit, we had to come back with powers.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'll just say, when I started reading this, I was at first very enthralled by the science of it, where I was like, "Oh, this is a really cool idea." And I mean, I guess we'll dig into like spoilers for the first volume of Terraformers, right? I don't think we're gonna be too worried about any big
We're a little
reveals. It's been out for a minute, but no, when they were talking about, okay, we're gonna send in moss and cockroaches, and the cockroaches will eat the moss, and then when they die, their bodies will feed the moss, and just over and over it will repeat until Mars is habitable. And I was like, I don't know if that's a real thing, but that's cool, and I like that idea.
Yeah, I have some random thoughts and notes about it. I think the author really likes Nico Robin, like Loki. Because when I first read like the second page, like this girl looked exactly like Nico Robin, and I was like, yeah, it reminded me of her. And the other thing was like, dude, I thought we were done with gorilla jokes on manga.
Bro.
So when I saw that, I was like, dude, what? And because the last time I saw that was in Slam Dunk, and the manga came out like what, in the fucking 80s.
I will say I did feel a touch uncomfortable when I first saw the cockroach people.
Oh my god!
Isn't it amazing?
Yes.
Isn't it amazing?
I was like, is that allowed? Is this allowed? Am I gonna get canceled for reading this?
All right, but if I
bro, they're
want
cockroaches.
like the protagonist, man, everybody was like the stereotype of their country.
Yeah,
except for
that's the more offensive part.
Dude, except for the guy from Thailand, for some reason he was a Giga Chad. He looked nothing like a dude from Thailand.
Well, so like the crew, at least like they, it's kind of like Starship Troopers. Everyone's got like a very bold personality, and they need to, because they don't last very long. So you want to make them memorable. But
I was gonna say that, of course, the Israeli dude looks like a fucking war machine, like fucking Metal Gear Solid guy.
I was like, oh, Israel, topical. But man, and also his name's Godly. I was like, cool, Godly is from Israel, and his name's Godly. Oh
yeah.
But even stuff like when like they're kind of like talking about like their mission and stuff. And was the one guy, his name's Ichiro, who was like the fat guy, and he talks about like, oh, my life like automatically has less value than everyone else's, so it's okay if I stay and you guys run. And I was like, I don't understand that, but
yeah, because he was supposed to save his whole family from like starving or whatever. But one of the things that I was like, like midway into the thing is like they show the backstory of one of the Russian girls, that she like kills a cockroach and slices it in half, and then that happens to her.
Yeah,
and I was just like, is this a story about karma about killing cockroaches?
Go ahead, Zach.
No, I was just saying I was locked in, because like when they're like, okay, we're gonna eliminate some cockroaches, and then you see what they look like, and I was like, oh gosh, this shit's crazy. I was still like, when they kind of revealed like, okay, everyone's got like bug infused powers, and they're all gonna go fight these things. I thought it was interesting, but I will say, man, the series pulls the rug out from under you so many times. They're like in a span of what 6 chapters. I felt there were like 20 plot twists in this story.
Yeah, definitely.
And
Also,
let me let you in on a little secret. I feel like that type of storytelling evolves a little bit because the more it goes on, the more they involve like the real world, and it's a little bit of like countries fighting for their actual like what they actually want from there. And there's a lot of like, is this country doing this to like screw us over? Or did they already send a different ship? So there's a lot of like rug pulling in the sense of like, it's a lot of not to use your term for from earlier, geopolitical, themes and such, where like it's not just them going and fighting the bugs. It's not also their backstories, which all suck because you find out they only look for people that basically have no other choice, and that's how they get their candidates to to basically say yes to like suicide missions. But then there's also like what each country and each like group wants from the mission there, and how willing to screw each other are.
One of the things that I thought too is like if they ever make a live action of this, I feel like Jerry Seinfeld should be the main character.
What?
They did make a live action of this.
They made a live action?
Yeah, I checked.
It's called the B movie.
No, it's there is a live action of Terraformers. It is something to see. It is wow.
Oh my god.
I saw some screenshots, especially of the cockroach people, and I was like, "Oh my god."
Oh, speaking of the cockroach people, there was a moment, dude, and this is probably going to be my last comment for this manga, that they grabbed one of the girls between like 5 of them. And I swear to God, my first thought was like, I'm so glad that these cockroach people don't have a penis, because that scene would have been way worse.
That went to the meme.
I was actually glad that they tear off their limbs and head instead of the other scenario that could have happened.
Well, and then so like, the whole thing was very like, obviously it was only 6 chapters, but like. Yeah, like seeing like, oh god, they're dead. They're dead. Okay, oh, they're dead. And they wipe out the cast like nothing. And then the whole time you have like the 2 guys on Earth who are just talking about how expendable everyone is, and the whole experiment that they're doing. And it's kind of I did find it a bit hard by the end to keep track of exactly whose side everyone was on.
Yeah, it was like a battle royale.
Like I said, I wrote this here. There is no time to slow down and take stock of what's happening, because the pace of this manga is wild, not in a bad way, and just like, I don't know if I was ready for it. And like there are like, in 6 chapters, I feel like they cover what should have been like 3 to 4 volumes of content.
I will say, yeah, they definitely do throw you into the deep end. Like, no, they don't care at all. But then, obviously, at the end of chapter 6, you see like he's going to make it home, and he doesn't. It slows down, and it kind of like, ooh, this is what's going on with the world right now. These are the factions,
Yeah.
So like you get a little bit of time to breathe, but there is no ramp up. It's just 100%, and then they're like, okay, we got you with the craziness. Stay a little bit longer.
I do wonder though if when they were writing this, if their idea for what the story was going to be did not change like almost the moment after they started writing it, because when they first encounter the cockroach people, they're very much depicted to be, they're kind of look like cavemen. They're carrying like big like stone clubs and stuff. And then by the end of the volume, they are using guns, like engaging in like tactical strategy, talking on like radios with the people on Earth.
It's like isn't it like they're evolving in real time though?
Yes, and it's spoilers. There's like another excursion that eventually they get into, and you find out that like they are intelligent beings. So, and I don't want to. If anybody wants to read more, I don't want to spoil it too much. But yeah, and so you basically find out that they are intelligent beings enough to like communicate, evolve, and like do it in a purposeful manner, not just by accident.
Marcelo, but you just spoiled it though.
No, because what? No.
and like they did.
I will say though, like I think if the author didn't research like insects and bugs before making this, and it was just all an ass pool, it doesn't matter because I bought it. I bought all
Yeah,
of it.
bro.
You know?
Dude, no,
Yeah,
and like
for
yeah,
sure.
all the stuff with the bugs though, and how they basically said, okay, this bug in the real world can do this, but when expanded to the size of a human, it's capable of this, and I thought that shit was really cool.
Bro,
Yeah.
it
I
felt
felt
a
like
little
I was
bit
watching like Zoids. You know what I mean?
it also reminds me a little bit of like when YouTubers do like the real world like power scaling. Like
Oh yeah,
3 gigatons for this hit from Goku, planetary, and it's just like that but with books to a human size.
Literally, bro. That's
But,
that's what I thought.
but yeah, like talking about like the bullet ant or the fucking like the Japanese like hornet and stuff. I was like, yeah, like this is really cool. I do believe that if those things were the size of people, they would be doing the shit these people are doing.
Yeah. It's a cool premise, and
And
I haven't
the-
finished it yet, but I'm like 7 volumes in, and it hasn't let me down yet.
The designs of all like the bug hybrids were super cool.
Yeah, that was really cool. It was
Also,
super well thought.
poor Theon, because he just turned into a grasshopper at the end.
Yeah, man, poor guy.
He got too lost in the sauce.
You know, but his tears were warm, so he was still human in the inside.
Oh,
That is true. His tears
Yeah.
were warm.
yeah, it really warms your heart.
Damn, did we just spoil the whole thing again?
No,
Well,
just only
that's
chapter
okay.
6.
We're all you know, this is us talking about it, and we're not spoiling the rest of the series.
What we might have to spoil is all of Ian's recommendation.
Holy shit. Are you sure?
Also,
Because I kind
wait,
of
hold
want people to
Hold
to
on,
jump
before
in.
we get that, I do want to say though, I'm not saying that I am built different. I'm just saying that like living in my apartment and like spraying the occasional like bug that comes in with like raid. I'm just saying they're not fighting smart. Like send me to Mars with like a can of raid, and I'm ending that conflict fast.
Brother.
Bro, I'll send them my abuelita with some chanclas and it's over, bro.
I'm scared
Oh,
of bugs,
man.
so don't send me to Mars.
Well,
That's
I'd
my
be scared
secret.
I'd be scared of bugs too if they were like the shape of like 7-foot tall men.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that segue.
But yeah, Ian, you want to give us the intro into the insanity you introduced us to?
All right, so I picked a very particular manga because I enjoyed his first work, but I wanted to actually go a little bit further because this one's a little bit more unhinged. So it's by Hiroya Oku, and the name is Gigant or Gigant. And it's about it's a love story basically.
Of sorts.
It is.
Yeah.
Uh,
I mean, actually, it
absolutely.
is.
It is a love story about a dude who falls in love with an adult film actress who happens to acquire by not her wanting to acquires this device that can basically turn her into a giant like Godzilla. So there's
She becomes
also
a
this,
kaiju.
She's kind
she
of
basically-
she becomes Ultraman.
For sure.
she becomes like Ultraman basically. And there's also this dark website that starts like making polls and trying to end the world basically, and they have like 2 or 3 options and people vote on what they want to see. So one of the options is like destroy the city or send a monster to the city and kill 1,000 people, 1,000,000 people. So it goes from 0 to 100 very quickly.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
basically Reddit, and the most upvoted one becomes reality.
Yeah, exactly. It's like going in through like a very incel subreddit where somebody hates the
4chan.
world and yeah, exactly. And it's
It's
like,
kinda-
oh, what should we do to end the world tonight? And people start voting on it.
It's funny that you say it goes to like 100 really fast, but like it also will like it'll go to 100 and do some fucking off the wall shit, and then immediately just like pump the brakes and be like, all right, here's a few chapters of just like slice of life relationship stuff
And hentai.
and borderline hentai.
Yeah.
It's the mangaka of Gantz, and if you know anything about Gantz, you know this dude loves to draw people fucking.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
and women.
Yeah,
He
loves
does.
to draw.
Some might say he does a great job at it. I'll say that. I'll say he does a great job at it.
Okay, so I
It-
do want to say like no, like when when was the point where you guys were like, "Holy shit," reading the manga?
I think for me it was when she became giant. Because like up until that point, it really is like kind of like standard.
A slice of life, yeah.
Yeah, it's a little out there just because
With
it's
twist,
about like
but you know.
yeah, it's a high schooler and it's a adult film star and stuff. But I it was around the time that the old man got hit by the bus and then he gave her the thing on her wrist and she immediately became a giant or a gigant and I was like oh okay.
Yeah.
I think the moment that really summed up my surprise though was after she learns that she can become giant and she tells her employers who are their producers and they're like, oh, we can work with that, and it cuts to a double page spread of her giant and two men just clinging onto her boobs.
Yeah. Also, take a shot every time they mention their breast.
Yeah, they do that a lot.
No, brother, I would not survive.
Take a shot every time they say Papico.
Yeah. Oh my god, bro! No, you
by
would
the
not
end of
survive
the last quarter of the manga, you'd be dead, bro.
Yeah,
that would be like doing it to that the Police song Roxanne and just taking a shot every time they say Roxanne. It will be the same thing.
Yeah,
bro. Yeah, no. For me, I was surprisingly okay. I mean, I was definitely thrown aback by the whole premise in the beginning, but like when I was really like fighting for my breath was the build up. So the ETE build up all the way to like the first god being summoned.
Yeah.
There was no breaks, and I was like, make it stop, please. Like that was the first time where I was like, because it was just like we went from spoilers raining poop to like to like the end of the world, you know.
I will say though, because like I read Gen, so I know how this dude deals with characters. So when I first saw that she becomes a giant and she starts fighting this kaiju monster, and she's getting her ass kicked, I immediately thought like, oh my god, this dude is gonna fucking kill her right now. But it wasn't the case, and I was like, okay, cool.
Well, and so like I was like, at the point when the ETE stuff started going on, and obviously it was weird, and I was like, I feel like this whole ETE subplot came out of nowhere. It just starts suddenly. And I was like, kind of like, I don't want to say disassociating a bit, but I was just kind of like, yeah, this is, I don't know if I'm vibing with this,
bro.
And then I pumped the brakes and I said, maybe I'm not supposed to be taking this seriously.
Right, exactly.
And then I'm like, by the way, remember, this is the author of Gantz. Which, by the way, I love the multiple points where they're like, oh, you like anime? What animes or manga do you like? Oh, Inuyashiki, Gantz. And I'm like, bro, are you like self-promoting?
You have to, bro.
But then they're like, oh, did you watch like Baby Driver? I love Edgar Wright or whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
that did endear me. That did endear me to Yoko Yamada a bit, because that was me in high school of just being like this like film nerd.
Did you have a Papico when you were in high school?
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Lucky. But yeah, no, we definitely I mean, it goes without saying, because we finished it all. We went.
Yeah.
It's not a long story. It's only 80 chapters. In the grand scheme of things, it's not a One Piece, And
in the scope of like how it plays out, it's not overly complex in its explanation of things. So I feel like there's not like, it's not saying it's bad, but in Terraformers, there's a lot of time spent really digging into like the technical side of things.
Yeah.
Whereas I feel like with this, it was just kind of like, fuck it, it's raining shit. What do you want to know?
Yeah. Don't you guys feel like there's a little bit of like, of this dude's influence on Fujimoto?
That's what I was gonna say, bro. The insanity, like when they turn it up and it's just like, okay, let's just send it. They both send it.
Yeah.
That's why I always tell you guys to read Gantz, bro, because that shit is fucking insane.
Yeah, I definitely do need to read it.
But yeah, and then like obviously when it gets into like the later parts of the story and it really starts circling back to like, oh, we got all these people from the future now and they're showing up, and they all have the same like wrist device, and they all are just, well, first of all, I love the gag that they are just all obsessed with ramen, with like instant cup ramen.
Yeah, because I guess they were like so deprived of things in the future. Even like what's it called, like sexual intercourse and all that stuff. So they were like super sensitive to everything.
Yeah, it's pretty great, and just like, I don't know, I thought that was a very funny gag, and but like when they finally,
I will say,
get to the point where they're like,
sorry, go ahead, Zach.
Oh no, I was just say when they finally get to the point that they're when they're teaching Chiho how to use her powers, and I'm like, this is literally Ultraman.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It was like they kept the same level of like goofiness for like type of shit.
Yeah,
and I again, I know Zach was at first not into the ETE plotline, but I knew there had to be something, because like the story is not just gonna be she turns giant. You get me?
Yeah, exactly.
So I don't know. I was gonna say this is probably like one of my, it's top. I don't know what number it is, but like top time travel stories for me, just because it's very like the story is very concise. It doesn't get ahead of itself, and it's just like by the end of it, you're like, yeah, everything makes sense. You know?
Yeah.
I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. Honestly.
Yeah.
Also, Bruce Banner.
Time. Oh yeah,
want to talk about that?
Literally just put Mark Ruffalo into the story for like 2 chapters.
Bro, the Trump what is it? When they kept bringing up Trump, and I'm like, oh my god, this is real.
Because I think it was like 2019, 2020 when it was in circulation.
Okay, yeah, so that's a prime Trump territory.
This guy saw the future, bro. He said, "Well, alien is coming. We'll nuke him." And I'm like, "Yeah, makes sense."
The big reveal at the end when like they get to when they go up into like the mothership and they meet Plato and Socrates, and Plato
versions.
They're just like 2 like fucking like incels.
It's like a fucking Reddit admin reveal.
Yeah, it's pretty great. I was like, you know what?
Moderator.
That's a very good joke.
Yeah. Which I love, because I'm pretty sure this is consistent with like early like Twitter AI and early just like AI in general, where like they'd be like, yeah, let's have this AI learn about the world, and then it's just like the most racist.
There is some critique for sure. There is some commentary about it, because like he makes fun of AI of like, oh, people are just using this shit to like make deep what's it called? Deepfake porn and fucking decensoring Japanese pornography. So I was just like, bro, this is actually so true. Like that's like literally.
No,
like,
literally, it is of the time.
It has its uses, but like it's very inaccurate for a bunch of shit. So, literally, like there's literally no good use for it yet. Like at least something that's like a game changer.
Yeah, it's and I thought even like other like concepts, which like stuff like the big final bad guy of the series is Satan. And and that's funny, and like when they're fighting him, like his stupid fucking face. But like even like before that, like midway through the story, when Satan's just like wrecking America and stuff, and I love the concept that like people are like looking at their TV and they're like they see Satan's face, and it just like they're like, I can't even look at that. It's like so upsetting.
It's so
to
bad.
see.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's really cool. In like a sea of just nonsense and just off the wall insanity, to have like one really cool horror concept.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, I will say the only people that were pissing me off consistently were his parents.
But they came around,
especially
but they were so detached. They were so detached from reality all the time. And like obviously, if you find out your son is dating a porn star, makes sense that you're a little bit skeptical. But the world's ending, and then that's like, I can't get to the office, man. I hope this gets resolved today. And I'm like,
yeah,
I get it. I mean, it was on purpose, but But I'm
Yeah.
like, be a human, bro.
Yeah.
And I mean, again, like, not to nitpick things, but like, I did think, like, when early in the story, when the main character, the kid, he asks her if he can be her boyfriend, and she's like, I don't know, I think we should just stay friends. And
Oh man, I
he like
hated that.
starts crying in public until she
No,
says
dude,
yes.
that I hated that moment so much, bro. Cause
I
like,
was
what the
like,
fuck was that?
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, he
Like,
was just a little bitch, bro. I can't believe it actually worked, bro.
yeah, and like, and then I was kind of mad that not only did it work, but also like she like became like in love with him. And I realized
Yeah,
also the story goes out of its way to say like this is a very, very lonely person.
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
Because like you see the
Um,
relationship with the family, and it's just like
Oh, dude,
horrible.
I hated that. I hated
Yeah.
when she became famous and her mom's like, "Oh, you can. I've been looking at this house that you can rent me, and why don't you rent a
For my
house
new
for your
boyfriend, by
brothers
the
too?"
way. For my new boyfriend. I know you're the whole reason you hate your life is because you lost your dad, which is your favorite person, but can you buy a house for me and my new boyfriend?
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude. Well,
yeah.
that was a like I felt like that conversation was real. Like I'm not supposed to be listening in on this.
Bro,
Um,
there's this moment, you know, where NPCs are running away from the giants, and there's this like mother and child running, and in a fucking chunk of debris like falls into the mom and kills her.
mhm.
And I was just like, fuck, man, these are the moments that I didn't miss from Gans, because it always like is so soul crushing, dude. Even if it's just like a fucking NPC on the manga. But it happens a lot on Gans. Like he has a lot of moments like that, and yeah, I was just like, bro, this motherfucker has like no limits when it comes to making you crushing your soul.
Yeah, really.
Yeah. I will say the only other thing that it wasn't bad, it's just it was my first time encountering this style. Is the art style to bring it back to like what Zach was talking about with the homemade stuff. It's like for this mangaka, it's like they'll draw something and then they'll draw the exact same house but like with photorealism just like photoshopped in. I don't know if it's photoshopped or actually drawn.
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
So
that
sorry, go ahead.
That's like a thing he plays a lot with. He likes to play with photography.
I will
It took
say
me a
it
little
is
bit
a
to get
common
used to.
thing you see. It's a thing you see with a lot of mangakas, especially I don't know when like they're hit with time crunch or it's a stylistic decision, but you'll see that they basically take a picture of something and then just like put it through a few filters until it kind of looks like a drawing. Um and yeah, it definitely compared to say like something like Drifting Dragons, which is all very, you know, definitely hand drawn. This one having most of the backgrounds being just like photographs did take me out at times, but it's not anything that like kills the story.
Oh
yeah,
no, not
I
at
mean
all.
I get it, but like that's something that he also did again, so I wasn't surprised when I saw it. I feel like that's more a creative decision than him just being lazy.
Oh, for sure.
Because he can draw for sure.
It
But I
grounds it
feel
in
like
reality.
yeah, but also like I've seen some mangakas there are they have assistants who draw like the backgrounds and shit, and I feel like this guy was just like, you know what, I'm just gonna do it myself.
Well, it's like when he draws interiors of like houses and stuff, it's hand drawn. So
True, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, but that was honestly that was the only thing that I was that and the parents were the only things that like took me out every once in a while. Other than that, I was literally like you know yelling at my phone.
Yeah.
But
yeah, that was
yeah,
a cool experiment. We should do it again soon.
it definitely.
Ian, next time give me a little bit something more you know, less scandalous.
More normal.
No, it
No,
could be
we
crazy. Just you know,
Oh, more
like
crazy? Okay, I got you.
he just something where Marcelo doesn't have to worry about his parents walking in
exactly.
when he's in the middle of like, you know, Papiko getting her like shit pushed
Her
in.
thing rocked. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want my dog to look down on me, you know?
Also,
No, that makes sense.
I will just say the concept of a gigantic woman running across a city and her boobs just flopping everywhere.
We forgot to
was
say that. Yeah.
taking me out. It was so funny.
Yeah, that show was hilarious, bro. And the comments of people, honestly, like he had so many good not side characters, just NPCs just saying random shit that is hilarious, bro.
Yeah.
No, it was
All right, boys.
it was an experience for sure. But with that being said, I think time has come for us to wrap this episode up. Definitely, you guys, if you have any recommendations, they could be more normie. They don't have to be as insane. But if you have even more insane ones, we definitely take them.
Yes, please.
Follow us on Twitter. Sorry, X. Sorry, Mr. Musk. Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, Amazon, Yahoo, AOL, all the above.
Napster,
Yes. LimeWire.
iHeartRadio.
Wait, that's too real. That's too
Honestly,
real.
follow me on your Radio Shack radio from like 20 years ago.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
right. Thank you for listening. We appreciate your ears. It's been a great time. And until next time.
It's been that time.
Yay, we did it right this time.